Go ahead, Michelle. Go ahead next, and then we'll come.
I have one on Gaza and a couple more on Lebanon. First, did the Secretary ask Qatar to close Hamas office in Doha and expel its leaders from Doha to put more pressure on Hamas?
I'm just not going to speak to private diplomatic conversations.
But is it a step that you are considering?
Again, I'm not going to speak to private diplomatic conversations at all. I will say that Qatar has been an extraordinary partner in this regard. The Prime Minister Al-Thani, has worked tirelessly to try to secure a ceasefire and secure the release of hostages. The United States is incredibly grateful for the work that they have done and the work that they continue to do to get all the hostages home and to secure a ceasefire that would benefit the Palestinian people and the people of Israel.
President Biden and Secretary Blinken were expecting a ceasefire to calm the front between Hezbollah and Israel. Since Hamas didn't agree on the U.S. proposal, what are your expectations now?
So we're going to continue to work to try to advance calm in the north of Israel and achieve a diplomatic resolution that would allow the tens of thousands of Israelis who've been displaced from their homes and the tens of thousands of Lebanese who've been displaced from their homes to return home. We continue to believe that a diplomatic resolution is the best way to, that a ceasefire in Gaza is the best way to achieve that diplomatic resolution. You heard the Secretary say that while he was in the region. It's one of the reasons why we are pursuing it so aggressively. And this is something that we discussed in every meeting the Secretary had while he was in with partners in the region.
And what is this diplomatic resolution and who's working on it? And we don't see any activities.
There has been. So I would tell you that I just said the Secretary discussed it in every one of his meetings with partners in the region. There's a lot of intense diplomacy going on. Now, we don't often find it productive to have those conversations in public, but there are a number of very intense diplomatic engagements both in this building and at the White House to try to try to achieve a diplomatic resolution. There's been some reporting about the details. I'm not going to speak to them here, but I think some of the potential ways you would solve this are well known. But it remains the case that it is very difficult to achieve that diplomatic resolution while there is ongoing conflict in Gaza. And we've seen Hezbollah continue to take really aggressive strikes across the border. You saw fires break out in northern Israel yesterday, as we saw last week as a result of strikes that Hezbollah took. It remains an extremely concerning situation that we're trying to resolve. But again, a ceasefire in Gaza would be the best way, in our assessment, to advance a meaningful resolution in the north of Israel, along that border.
The Lebanese army leader is in town. Did anyone from the department see him?
Let me take that back and get back with you.
Thank you.